time, and of which personally the players have to blame themselves, because if you're ambitious and you're less than 1 month to a major tournament, the epitome of African football. You know, WAFCON is just not any other village tournament.
Yep.
It's the epitome of African football. It's the biggest stage in Africa. So for an ambitious player, footballer, you just don't strike just before that a major tournament, even if your dues are owed.
Yeah.
Go to that platform, go to that stage, get exposed, give your all. You know, I've been in the national team, and I was captain also of the under-20 and the under-23 national team. And just before the SECAFA tournament in Eritrea in 2010, I told my boys, Majama, nyi mnataka strike. Tuko na SECAFA hapa, which is upcoming. You don't see that there's a platform here. We are all under 20. Stop striking. Tuende tucheze ball, get exposed, jitume, and maybe get a lucrative contract out there.
Hiyo pesa yenu mshalipwa ililipwa?
Yeah, ililipwa eventually. You know, kitu moja, the government,
okay.
The gava haiwezi kurusha pesa. The government will steal your money. It will still be a debt that will be paid. And there was no specific date that they were told that they will be given that money. So there was not really a delay. It's just the norm that has been in Kenya, that once you go to a major tournament without getting your dues, you'll never get it. Utarushwa hiyo pesa. But that's not the case. But then again, this is my personal view. As a former captain, I know what this stage entails. These girls should just have kept their heads down, gone to the tournament, exposed themselves. And you know, once they went for that strike, psychologically, you lost that edge. And that's why the first match against Morocco, which was beatable. I mean, we had 8 shots, 3 on target. They had 65% possession. We had 35% possession. But we had some chances to bury the game. We did not. Just some small, silly mistakes because of focus. That's the psychological edge I am talking about when you strike before a major tournament. I'm speaking on the perspective of a former footballer.
Yeah.
I know what this entails. So those girls, they should be more ambitious. They should be more ambitious and put their head down. Pesa itakuja. This man will come. They're still young. This is the epitome of African football, Mbana. So the lack of preparedness, even from the government and the federation, before the WAFCON tournament, we had no major friendly.
Yeah. But
we were camping in France. We had no friendly. So there's someone who slept on the job. We cannot start blaming the government or blaming the federation. There's an individual who slept on the job. Because this is not the first time, in terms of logistics, that we've had trouble with. Remember Karatu? When we went to Karatu and the hotel was substandard, and Coach Benny McCarthy refused, together with the players, to stay in that hotel. The same thing happened in South Africa when they went to South Africa. These are standards that are already been set. Some of these players, they play abroad. Yeah. So there are some kind of standards that they are used to. So you cannot give us lower standards. So the ones who went there as logistics, to go and get logistics of that country, of France, they should have at least prepared some kind of friendlies, major friendlies, so that we prepare better for this WAFCON. So I think we can blame ourselves, lack of preparedness. We lost the psychological edge when those girls gave their strike, which it's their right, because it's their monies, you know.
Those but is it professional though?
But
because look at the case of Senegal.
It is
after the tournament.
Exactly.
There was something happening.
Yeah. Thank you very much. You see, that's a very good example. The performances of Senegal in France. You know, Senegal and Morocco were carrying the hopes of Africa in the World Cup. But then again, the behind-the-scenes things that were happening in Senegal, they had a sit-in while they were in the World Cup in the US. I heard that they were buying their own food from outside. Yep. You know, those things affect a player psychologically. When you go to the field, you don't go into 50-50 tackles. You know, the opponents have a psychological edge over you. And that is what happened with the girls here. We lost the first match, yeah, of which we could not, we could have maybe lost by 1-0. But we lost 4 because we lost the psychological edge. Against Senegal, it was a game that we could have won. We had 22 shots. We had 8 shots on target.
0 goals.
Senegal had 21 shots with 9 on target. So it was a 50-50 game. We had the lion's share of possession. So it was a winnable game, but because of the psychological edge, we lost that game. So against Algeria today, tumerudi back to mathematics, of which I don't like mathematics. Because we're supposed to win by 6 goals and hope that Senegal are beaten by Morocco, so that we get a chance to qualify as the best third team.
Yeah. Guys, when your squad ilitoka, the first time we saw the squad, and then we said, she better go there and register positive results, because watu wakiulizwa